Last season, the Browns won their first game at Heinz Field in 16 years. Can Cleveland go back-to-back with another win in Pittsburgh? We'll find out next on EA Sports.
We are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. First down, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Play fake. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First carry for Najee Harris. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 15 carries, 85 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. On 2nd down, it's Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Into the secondary past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A run for Nick Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Mayfield to throw it. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Hunt.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Again, it's Hunt, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Offside, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes this a 14-8 ball game. This taken in at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 72 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in his first half. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. Running right through him. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it looks like Steeler football. It is! And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on second and goal, a sack on third and goal, now brings up a decision on fourth down.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory.
These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series.
Touchdown! Deontay Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
Ryan Switzer on the return.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'll run. Here's Harris. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
168 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Well, I guess that's one way to slow him down, try to grab him by the face mask.
Well, nothing else seems to have worked because he certainly had his way running the football in this one.
They'll try the left side. It's Harris. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll try the left side. It's Harris, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up, at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Browns first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 20. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
They'll try the left side. It's Harris. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Boy, 192 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Now back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Harris. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. They run for it with Harris. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this Browns defense stands tall. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Harris. And some space here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Throwing, Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
2nd and 6.
Mayfield.
And that one complete once again to Higgins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And again, it's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Mayfield on first down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Mayfield looks to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Mayfield now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.